Okay, I'm going to talk you through some of the things that I did on these, and you can, they haven't been stitched out, so we wouldn't be able to send the designs with them, but you could give them some ideas about it. So basically I just started with my regular egg shape that we used in our previous design, and then I resized it, and then I found some bunny ears. I drew some bunny ears, and then just digitized them on the top of that. So for some of the stitches that I did, I used just a regular tatami stitch for these, so nothing really special on that at all. On the center of the ear here, something that I did is actually did 2 layers of it. Now the center of the ear is a little bit darker than this outer ear. And so what I did is I digitized the center of the ear, and then I decreased the density on it, or the spacing on it. So as you can see here, the spacing here is 45. The spacing on this is 90. The spacing on this one is at 90. When I put the 2 of those together, that is going to equal the same thickness as this 145. But because they are 2 different colors, and you can see here that they are further apart, you can see through them a little bit more. Let's try that. You can see these are spread out more than this one, about twice as much actually. That will give a bit of a shading look with it. All right, and then the other thing I did, instead of for the outside shape of the design, I used the stem stitch for that. And for these here, for this one right here, I used the back stitch, okay? And then I actually took them and I used the branching. So once I had them all digitized, I selected them all. And then I used the branching tool with them, and it will ask me where I want to start and stop, and I sit up here at the top, and then it actually will create all of these so that I don't have jump stitches in them with it, and you can see that right here. Now if I had this center, I will take it, this center, I didn't want that to be connected, so those actually will jump out there. But if I took these and actually broke them apart, notice all the jump stitches that come into play. But that's what branching does for you, is it resequences the stitching so that it will not have as many jump stitches with it. Okay. And then the other thing that I did is I took the lettering, and you can use whatever type of lettering that you want. I'm not sure which one I used right here. I think I used Cayman for this one, and then also for the next one. So that's really what I did on those. So the features that we have in here is lettering. We've used special stitches of stem stitch and back stitch, and then we branch those together to reduce the jumps with them. We just used the regular tatami stitch for the ear to give it a little bit of shading and depth on the inside. We put 2 layers of it and then overlapped them, one of them being a little bit darker color, and then that would give us that little bit of a depth there. Okay, that's on the egg A to C. Now for the bunny egg, basically all I did here was digitize the egg that we have I did it as a fill stitch. I used the Florentine stitch on it, and then I went in and just used the for the outline stitching, I used the back stitch with it. And I also used branching on those two, as you can see right here. This is a branching symbol right here. So I used those so there would not be any jump stitches with it. And these are all just little designs that you can find, you know, free, non-copyright on the internet, or maybe you have these designs that's in another embroidery design and you just want to pull these designs out and then put them into here and resequence them. You could do that too. Okay, for this one, again, I used the same egg. I reshaped it a little bit to make it a little fatter this time, and then I used different types of stitches here. For this is just group them. This one is one of the motif stitches, and it is shapes 11. That's what I used for that one. This one here is using the contour stitch, and then this one is just using the tatami stitch. I use stitch number 37 with that, and I also applied the Florentine stitch to it. Now, I did these separate. Normally, if I had done one big egg, I could have used the knife tool on it. But because I was doing each one of these sections separately, all I need to do is just to select this and move it down. And then for the lettering, I came in and used the lettering. And I used the any shape, where that once I click on the any shape and I use that, then if I go into reshape, it will have this baseline that I can take and just move in any shape that I want to with it. So I just worked with it until it was about the same shape as that. Okay. And then on 6B, this is an applique, so I just used the same design. I created an applique of the egg part, and then I came into this part here and used a monogram for it, and then just created a round monogram for it. So that was quick and easy to do. And I had selected the borders, the one with borders. Didn't put any ornaments in it. And then I used Style 19, just the round one with that. So that's pretty much how that one was done. And I believe that's all of them.